Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in for another Halo 5 Forge tutorial. This is something I'm really excited to show you guys, as we've all wanted a Flyable Pelican. Now there are some limitations with this, but nothing that can't be worked around. I'll give you a brief demonstration and then we'll jump right into it.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You'll notice how smoothly this vehicle performs, and it handles quite nicely as well. This is a good alternative to the Phaeton Pelican combination, and especially the Banshee Pelican combination, which I'm sure you've seen is quite buggy.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Okay, so I'm here in Forge, and as this uses the vehicle wedding glitch, the first thing I'm going to spawn in is a Wraith. Now I have two of these made already in the background. They do look identical, but they actually are slightly different and perform differently as a result, and we'll touch on that in a bit. Now I'm going to put the Wraith all the way on the ground because it's easiest to line up and weld there, and then I'm going to go into the physics and change it to phased. Now if you're familiar with my other vehicle welding videos, you know that I like to use the cable cap to create a base weldable vehicle because it's small and easy to use. I'm going to create another one of those, magnetize them, select both of them, then go into object properties and create a welded group. Now I'm just going to put that in the back of the Wraith gunner right here. And then I can't weld these together in the normal object property, so what I'm going to do is still holding the cable caps is grab the Wraith and hold up on the D-pad. Now I go back into the object properties and change the parent to the Wraith. Now all I need to do is spawn in a Pelican. This vehicle is really easy to make initially because we're not working with very many blocks here, but there's a very small margin of error, meaning that you have to be very particular how you line this Pelican up with the Wraith, otherwise it will not get airborne. I'm going to turn the magnets back on just to line it up with the cable caps right here, and then bring it forward. Z-Fighter is definitely your friend here. Now this triangle right here, this red one, is something we definitely want to pay attention to because that's how we're going to be lining it up. So we're going to bring it over here, drop it down, and then we're going to go take a look at the other Pelicans to explain the importance of that red triangle. Now right here you'll see on this Pelican, this is the first one that you saw. The red triangle is in the upper half of this Wraith wing right here. If this is slightly off, it won't fly. Same goes for the other one that I'll show you. But with this one, this will reach a certain altitude and then keep going up and up and up. And over with this one over here, this one will reach a certain altitude and usually maintain that altitude or even decline a little, but never really fully hit the ground. This one is easier to make because there's a little bit more margin for error, but still not that much. So we're going to go back over here and continue making that. I'll make the one that has a little bit more room for error. Turn on the Z-Fighter and put it right there. And still holding that, we're going to grab the Wraith, hold up on the D-pad, then go back into our object properties. Our parent object is still the Wraith, so we're good there. And then change the physics to normal. And hopefully this should fly for you guys. And yep, it's done correctly, so it is flying. Now the limitation with this is just controlling the altitude. Obviously, since this is a Wraith, we have no means of doing that. So what I did here in the demonstration area was I put some gravity volumes. That's a good way from keeping this one from going up and up and up. Eventually it'll just reach a ceiling and it'll still fly really well. You can also use vehicle blockers, and to control the altitude for this manually, if you're the pilot, you can just switch to the gunner seat and you'll drop a little bit and then switch back to flying it. And for this one, if you start declining, you can just go over a hill, or you could potentially have gravity volumes on your map, maybe even a man cannon, but I haven't tested that. Or you could even have this spawn in a platform way up in the air, players get in it, and it slowly declines from there. Now you'll notice that I also have lights on these Pelicans, which is awesome because once you create this base weldable Pelican right here, then you can add stuff to it. I even experimented with adding ammo crates to the inside. The thing with the Wraith is, though, it's very sensitive to object weight, so if you put an ammo crate on this side, for example, then you have to put one on that side as well. Adding a weapon pad in the back is a nice complement to the ammo crates as well. Now in a previous video I showed that you can add shade turrets to these vehicles, and they work quite nicely, just keeping in mind that you have them balanced out with the weight, so I put one on each wing. And for some reason with this vehicle, all the other turrets seem to work as well, so you can have a Gauss turret, a chain gun turret, a rocket turret, etc. Now I will be releasing these vehicles when we have prefabs, as they're a bit tricky to make, and I'll have one of each, just without the lights, so you can look forward to that. That concludes this video tutorial, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to the prefabs because we're going to see some great things from the community, and I'll get to share my custom vehicles with you guys. If you enjoyed this video and could drop a like, I'd really appreciate it. Be sure to stay tuned to my channel for more Halo 5 content, and as always, thanks for watching.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.